I don't have anywhere to go. My mom ended up kicking me out. I was living out of my friend's car. I was scared.
I was bouncing from place to place. I was in the process of being homeless.
I was terrified because I didn't know what was going to happen, if I was going to get raped, if I was going to be kidnapped, if I was going to be killed.
It's difficult to know how many homeless young people there are in Omaha. They want to be invisible. They don't want people to know that they're homeless. Youth Emergency Services is here to provide the critically needed resources for at-risk and homeless youth to empower them to become self-sufficient. We put together an array of services to help them become self-sufficient and not homeless.
When I went to bed the first night I slept in my car, I was terrified because I didn't know what was going to happen. And I lived in my car for about 2 weeks. I had my interview with Yes. So they debated and they brought Miss Tamika in. They're like, we're going to take you in right now. We're going to put you in a place to live. And so I started crying in front of these 3 ladies I barely even knew. And I was just so grateful and humbled that these people who didn't know who I was were willing to take a chance on me, take me in and help me.
I would hope that the people understand the value that Yes makes and the impact we make. I know the numbers are huge, and I know our success rate is huge. The community is our #1 supporter, so that's all we have. We need to keep advocating for our youth to be off the street.
They hide in the bushes, they hide under bridges, they live on the streets. They may couch surf, so they may live with one friend in their family for a few weeks or a month, and then they get kicked out and they move on. So they don't have any stability. This affects their jobs, their education, and their relationships.
My grades were kind of dropping at school, and so the counselors were talking to me, and they were like, well, we've recognized that your grades have fallen, like, what's going on? And I'm just like, well, I can't do my homework, like, I don't have a place to do my homework. And I told them that I was living out of my friend's car. She didn't really go to school, so I, like, let her know, like, while we're living in your car, like, you need to make sure you take me to school every day, because I need to graduate. But she took me every single day, and I graduated. I went to a homeless shelter, and I stayed there for about 2 months, and then one of the people that work there said, well, there's this Yes program, and we can get you connected through there. And so that's when I went to Yes. I moved in within the next 2 weeks, and they helped me get back on track.
You know, it's not good for a child to be, let me just say, a young adult perhaps, to be bouncing from place to place. It was some bad decisions that I made in the past that led me into that direction. I don't really want to get into what I did exactly, but you know, it was definitely a choice that I made that kind of had a bad effect on me. There are things I wasn't taught, you know, outside of the Yes program. What the Yes program did is it just taught me a lot throughout the, you know, entire time I was in. So I learned to pump gas because, I mean, I didn't know how to pump gas, you know, at the time. So, I mean, it's embarrassing, but hey, you know, 20 is young, you know, so you learn, you know, different things, so.
We help them get back on track, back on the road to success. We believe in them when no one else does.
Yes really changed my life, because if I would have stayed in my car, I wouldn't know where I'd be.
I don't know where I would be at to this day if I haven't joined the Yes program. So they definitely looked out for me.
The people that work for Yes, like, they care about the people that they're helping, and they'll go to almost any lengths.